Hey friends, what I'm going to tell you today will drastically change how you approach a first date. And more precisely, I'll give you a little move that not really many people do, but will make your dates so much easier. Now, let me ask you something. How comfortable you are, like really comfortable, when you meet someone for the first time? I'm not, especially if I meet someone online, like a dating app or something. Now, this is totally normal. Okay, and I'm here to kind of make the whole process a bit easier for you, out of my experience, of course. Now, the number one reason why first dates don't go as well as we hope is, guess what? Anxiety. Yeah, so anxiety can destroy whatever the great time could have been with that person, and also give so much pressure on you, okay? This is something that I will try to minimize with this video. Okay, now I remember my first few dates. I would sit there, I never met the person. I would sit there and think to myself, man, I'm so bored. Or listen, I have nothing to do with this person, nothing to talk to. There was no fun, and it was definitely no vibe, okay? But now there's this one simple trick. It's not really a trick, it's such an old thing to do, really. But it's a trick that changed my dating game, and it changed my friends' dating game. And to be honest with you, I've been complimented on it so many times after seeing my date for the first time in person. So I kind of hope you will implement this as well, and bring a little more of emotions and fun into your first dates, because they're all super stressful, man. All right, so here's the question. Do you feel comfortable talking to someone you've not spoken before? I guess not. I am not, right? Now, would you feel more comfortable knowing that person in real life? Like, let's say, that person's tone of voice, or with the vibe, or general vibe. Well, here's the truth, man. Before you meet someone in person for the first time, I'm talking dates, you need to hop on a quick call with them. Yep, that's it. That's a simple 5 to 10 minute call before the date, just to check who's who, what's what, It makes so much difference. It really, really does, Now, let me explain how and why do it smoothly, kind of like a James Bond kind of way. This is why this works so well. A quick call allows you to get the feel, get the vibe, see how they sound like, right? What's the flow of the conversation, and does it feel natural, or is it awkward? I'll tell you what, if it's, out of my experience, once again, if it's awkward, the chances are the date wouldn't be that great. But you know what the best part is? It takes pressure of actual date and costs you nothing, absolutely nothing, right? Think about it. What is the actual investment in the first date? So let's figure it out, okay? So the prep time, right? You need to get ready, you need to get pumped up or whatever. Okay, there's a stress. Obviously you're stressed because you never met the person. Now there are spendings, so taxi or different form of commute, drinks, taxi back, or different form of commute back. Those are the expenses that you pay regardless if the date is successful or not. And that's crazy, man. Why would you put yourself through that shit, man? Okay, one simple call and you're on the right path, okay? Now, once you have the call, meeting in person feels like a second date, really. I've been told that many times, when I see someone for the first time, they always tell me, hey man, it feels like it's like a second date, because this is how it's supposed to feel. It's supposed to feel comfortable, You're supposed to make the call, so the person on the other side is like, hey man, this guy's actually sound. This guy knows how to talk, how to lead the conversation, and then it also gives you an insight into what that person's like. If she's a funny person, does she laugh at your jokes? This is all the stuff that you can get out of one quick call. All right. So how do you make it happen? It's super easy. Before the date, just message them and say like, hey, any chance we can jump on a quick call to see how we vibe, and we'll take it from there. That's it. So, hey, is any chance we can jump on a quick call, check the vibe, and we will take it from there. And it always works, man. It always works because no one does it. Because now in this day and age, it's like everyone tries to be as quick as possible. Everyone has many options, especially females. You have so many options. But the guys often try to hide behind the screen, you know? And in my opinion, this is like the closest to the natural interaction. This is the closest to meeting someone in your real life, in the social circles or wherever, you know? It's super simple and it works every time, okay? Now, every time I've done this, the person on the other side said, hey, like, why don't other people do that? And I said, I don't know, don't ask me, you know? It's not the question I will answer, but you guys should do that too, you know? Now, nobody expects it. Nobody expects the call. Nobody expects you asking for the phone call, all right? But in the same way, you're showing how confident you are. You are not hiding before the screen like the other guys, all right? And you are basically a socially savvy person, and that's what you want to present the other person. And it doesn't matter if you're a female or a male, it works both ways, you know? It really does. Now, a little prep doesn't hurt, okay? What I mean by that, especially guys, listen up, because this one is for you. Because you, as a guy, you should lead the conversation, especially at the beginning, okay? So before the call, take a quick look at their profile. If you met that person online, chances are 95%, right? So look at the profile. Now, girls, same thing, okay? The guy is there to lead the conversation, etc. But do yourself a favor, do him a favor, look up his profile, remember stuff, have a few points to talk about as well, okay? It never hurts, all right? You never know if the guy who will call you is nervous or whatever, so do your prep too, please. Now, how to find things to talk about? It's actually pretty easy. You look at the pictures, so let's say there's a holiday picture, or there's a picture they doing something, I don't know, in their social circles, a hobby or something, right? So this is a perfect conversation starter, okay? Let's say see someone in the holidays, say, hey, how was that such and such destination? I always wanted to go there. And if you didn't want to go there, just ask what was it like, you know, what was the weather like? Just some random stuff, okay? If you see someone doing a specific hobby, say, hey, how did you get to do that hobby, you know? Because it's actually interesting. And people like to talk about themselves, you know? And it's not like it's not in a selfish way. It's just you showing that you are naturally interested in their lives, you know? And that's always nice. And the same goes for girls, you know? Same goes for girls. We guys, we love when you girls ask us questions. We love that. So yeah, remember, once you get that first goal out of the way, the first date will go so much smoother, super smooth, you know? You know, walking into someone's with tension, you know, really wonder what she like, what he like, you know, there's less stress, so much less stress. And if you think about it, the only factor that is there is a fear of meeting a new person. And if you already talk to someone over the phone, you know how they sound, you know what they're like, you know what to expect, you know? So the only thing you might be surprised is if someone catfish you and that person isn't who she's supposed to be, but that's a different story, you know? But yeah, you already have an idea. And it's just comforting, you know, for both parts. Plus you're showing that you're proactive, you're showing that you know how to go about being social, go about your dating life, you know, and that's a bonus, you know, that's a big bonus. Everyone likes to have someone who knows what to do around, right? So next time you're about to see someone new, give us a try, man. Get on the call, check the vibe, and I promise you, everything will be much, much more comfortable, all right? As always, if you found it helpful, and I hope you did, and I really hope you're going to use this trick. It's not a trick, man. It's just normal human interaction. So do it, get on the call, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.